Meet Dan and Mark on Logan City's 101 FM.
Hello and welcome back to the Neat Dan and Mark podcast. Now tonight's show was very much Arias night, and I know this is a podcast so all the music's going to have to be cut out, but I've got a challenge for you, Mark. You're the music guy on this show.
Yes.
Anita's here as well. Hello, Anita.
Hi.
But you're not the music girl.
No.
Mark's the music guy. Now, Mark.
Yes.
We haven't got any of the Arias music in our podcast, so you need to blow me away with some pretty awesome Aria facts.
Winning or even being nominated for an Aria results in a lot of media attention and publicity on an artist and usually increases their record sales sevenfold.
Now,
She says, quoting directly from Wikipedia.
Now, yes, this was Mark's challenge. Anita brought in the first fact, but sorry, Anita, that's kind of obvious, isn't it?
I had very little time to prepare.
The first ARIA Awards was hosted by Elton John. Now, I don't know this for a fact, but Google has told me that. I find it unlikely that Elton John was emceeing the 1987 ARIAs.
No, I think that sounds right, because they got a lot of stars back then. But I like this. This is a much better idea. A battle-off between the most interesting facts. And for the first, I'm sorry, Mark's was more interesting.
Okay. Mark was saying that we've got some international artists
Elton John?
in the ARIA charts. Well, in the ARIAs.
Yeah, so
in the awards.
Every year they nominate 10 international people. So Ed Sheeran got a Diamond Award because he had sold 500,000 albums in Australia this year. So he rocked up on the night, and that's why he was also up for Best International Act.
Yeah, so I find that interesting because the Wikipedia page says that artists must be either Australian citizens or have applied for or attained permanent resident status and have resided in Australia for at least 6 months.
I do not feel like Ed Sheeran qualifies for that.
Yeah, so somewhere along the lines, maybe they've bent the rules for a little publicity.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
The year that One Direction performed on their red carpet, it was crazy. I'd been on radio for like 12 months, and so I was on DEF CON ARIA. Like this time I kind of flicked on the telly and got the music, but it was like, yeah, my fifth ARIA show, easy. But yeah, the first time, so there's this massive, they've erected a curtain, and they're like, we've got a big star, and you're like, oh yeah, yeah you do. Anthony Calia's going to walk out, and then they drop the curtain, and this is when it was What Makes You Beautiful, and they were selling bed sheets with these kids on, and they busted out their hit, and it was a moment.
There you go.
Just for the people that don't know, that's One Direction, right?
Yeah.
That was still, even though Mark rambled for more than half of it, that was still Anita's fact. What's your fact to battle that, Mark?
Oh, I feel like we can go 50. No. Okay. The first inductees were AC/DC and Slim Dusty. I had to skip over some not good ones.
When you say not good ones, it means that he either can't pronounce them or doesn't know who they are.
Who on earth is Vanda and Young?
See, I like Mark's attempt is just to go back as old as he can to see if it impresses me. And then he doesn't read the ones that he doesn't know. But for that reason, I'm giving it to Anita. Because Anita's was more interesting as well.
And I have one more.
Oh, okay.
I have one more. The artist with the most wins and nominations. So
can I guess?
Yep.
My guess is Silverchair.
It is Silverchair.
Yeah, so you don't get any points because I knew that.
No.
You can have another go. Let's make this... I'm really excited about this game.
That's because you don't have to do anything. You just...
That's why I like doing this show.
And you're like, present facts at me. No, Dan, you present a fact at me.
I do that every single week in 5 things, and you never give me any gratitude. This is my time to shine, Mark. I'm not shining, but this is my time to sit back and do nothing, all right? Let me have that once, please. I'm going to cry.
Oh, my God.
All right, so best out of 3 I've decided. Nita, you got another one?
The Wiggles and Savage Garden have won the same amount of awards.
Oh, that's a great one. Come on, Mark, top that. I bet. I challenge you.
And that they both happen to have beat out Crowded House and Midnight Oil and Paul Kelly, which are all who I would consider these classic Australian artists.
Nice fact.
Fact off.
So basically, we're both sitting here Googling to see.
Yeah, Mark's got 2
you.
computers. He's looking at 2 computers, and it is on her phone,
One
furiously scrolling.
One has a Wikipedia page that I have exhausted, and the other one is blank.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick
She used old stuff to get under your skin.
What? That was your first
That
technique?
was your first
And your
tactic.
second technique. Come on.
Courtney Barnett won this year's most ARIA nominations and her album has a cool title, which is called Sometimes I Sit and Think and Sometimes I Just Sit. And you like really abstract names like Fall Out Boy and the Wombat, so hopefully that'll mean something to you, but I doubt it.
Now, if you hadn't already said this on air, I would give it to you.
Yes.
But since you've already said it on air,
Well, I'm sorry that I put,
you're taking
impromptu fact off.
this is just a fun little game. You're
You
taking
wait.
this way too seriously.
I'm competitive.
All right, we'll have another
You wait
round
till
then.
next week's fact off.
You want to have another one?
Oh, you bet. I'm not. We're not going to be like one and Mark loses. Like it's a tournament.
Well, Anita wins the first one.
Yay! And thus we introduced a brand new segment, Fact Off. Tune in next week where we'll bring it back. Here's a podcast.
90s,
Naughty.
now.
Tell me where the freak's at.
Greatest hits mixtape. Ran it back.
Need Dan and Mark
On
101 FM. The on-air light is active. Now.
So I was thinking during the week, I was just going over my head the things I say because it's kind of all I do. I work on radio, and I was wondering, what's the most Australian thing you think you say?
I say I reckon a lot.
You reckon?
I reckon.
Yeah, okay.
Cup of cement every time. I have.
And harden the heck up.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm not sure on that one. I mean, I know that I've heard a lot of Australians say it, but that one could also go either way. And also, maybe also I reckon.
Well, I think mine might be a bit British, really, but it's
Although-
from the homeland.
Yeah, that's true. I can't really talk because mine is no worries and Americans say no worries. But no one says it better than an Australian.
Oh,
That's
no,
right.
that is very common. Whenever Americans are talking about Hugh Jackman in LA, they're like, "Oh, no worries, mate." Apparently we're so laid back, but
And there's that mate thing that makes me think of my husband because he likes to say mate, but he'll say it like that normally. However, if he's talking to anyone that he works with, it's like mate.
so like the crabs from Finding Nemo.
Yeah, just like them.
So it'd be like, what do you reckon about this cup of cement? I don't know. I reckon it'd be pretty bad. Nah, I think it's no worries.
Exactly.
It made more sense in my head.
Yeah, I know you were trying to string them all together, but that didn't work at all.
Like the show? Like the Facebook page. Facebook.com/NeatDanMark.
Good news, everyone.
Anita.
Okay, I'll kick it off with the story that comes out of Moscow. Or Moscow, however you would like to pronounce it. About a goat who becomes pals with a tiger who is supposed to eat it.
Okay.
I love that. It just makes me giggle every time I read that headline. So this goat was meant to be a tasty meal for a Siberian tiger living in a safari park. Every week they give this tiger 2 live treats for it to go stalk, and it keeps it active and healthy, and it's just the circle of life. However, this goat decided that it wasn't going to play along, and it bullied the tiger out of its own home, and and has slept inside the
No way.
the little cave area, and the tiger has been forced to sleep outside on top of the cave, and they've kind of gradually become friends over a period of time. The tiger has not eaten the goat; they're living together quite happily, and that makes me think of Lambert the sheepish lion, and it just
Yeah, there's a TV show in that.
yeah.
Good news, everyone.
My news story comes out of Germany this week, so not Moscow. Germany or Gemini, however you want to pronounce it, is this guy. His name is Alex Asali, and he is a Syrian refugee, and he is doing his bit to say thank you to Germany. So what he does is he cooks food, and he has a sign on this table outside the train station in Berlin, and it says, "Give something back to German people," and he cooks food for the homeless people of Berlin.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I love that story.
Good news, everyone.
And then I guess mine's a little bit superficial and a little bit selfish, but I'm still I think it's the best news story of the week. Star Wars: The Force Awakens come out. I'm too excited. Star Wars: The Force Awakens comes out on December 17th. It's going to be a massive midnight premiere. It's going to be really, really exciting. And Star Wars. Naturally, the internet's filled with spoilers, and we're trying to dodge them, but rude websites, The Guardian, right? Not to single out one.
Not to single out one, but you just have.
Have posted spoilers in the headline on the Facebook feed, which is just rude. And there's this new tool that finds the word Star Wars: The Force Awakens in any headline or web article and blacks it out, the whole article, and it says proceed with caution. Are you sure you want to? And you get to kind of filter out. And
Oh, that's fantastic.
yeah, I think that is pretty cool.
Good news, everyone!
Meet Dan and Mark on Logan City's 101 FM. Who wants to play a questionnaire?
Okay, so I'm going to start off being the questioner.
You're going to be Eddie. So I chose Malala Yousafzai. That's how you say her surname, Mark.
Thanks.
And I'm really, really worried just that I'm going to get 0 out of 5 because any other topic, pretty flippant, who cares? But I don't want to let Malala down. So please be kind to me.
Okay, well, I'll start off by telling you there are no joke answers this week.
Yes, that's the other reason I chose it. I wanted to see if Benita could do any joke answers about Malala.
No,
Apparently not.
I honestly felt that it was too serious a topic to joke about.
Well, she makes a lot of jokes herself. She's very funny.
Yeah, but I didn't trust myself.
Okay, that's fair.
Just to lend some context to the situation, I don't want to ruin it, but can you say who she is in 25 words or less because you know the questions?
Yes, because I have a spiel.
Well, look, you did it.
So, thanks.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah, she does. It's like she's been doing this for a while. Malala, okay, so she's a young Pakistani girl who stood against the Taliban to fight for her right and the right of all girls for an education. She was shot in the head for her efforts. But she survived and she continued on her inspirational mission and spreading this, like, worldwide. It's become quite an interesting story. And without spoiling any more of the questions, I'm just going to launch straight into them. So, question 1. On which date did the awful attack against her occur? A. October 9th, 2012. B. October 7th, 2012. C. October 10th, 2012. Or D. October 8th, 2012.
I actually know the date that she came out of the coma as well. October 9th, she got shot in the head, and October 17th, she came out of the coma.
That feels kind of inappropriate.
Yeah. Where's the nice pleasant ding?
I don't know.
Well, no, that's for her coming out of the coma.
Yeah, very exciting.
David Caruso whipping up his Johnny.
I actually think you're going to get all of these right, to be perfectly
Oh,
honest.
I'd love another 5 just to rub it in Mark's face.
True.
Okay, question 2. In October 2014, she received the Nobel Peace Prize, becoming the youngest person to ever achieve this. How old was she when she received the award? A. 16, B. 15, C. 17, or D. 18?
Now, when I told this to my mum the other day, I said 16 because she was nominated when she was 16, but she didn't win it. She won the next year when she was 17. That's definitely worth it, that sound effect.
Yeah.
Nobel Peace Prize, come on.
Yeah. It's all right.
Oh, yeah, just one of those little achievements that we can all get.
Yeah.
What?
Get 3, then we'll talk.
Question 3. What is the hashtag that she started on the Malala Fund website for her cause?
Swag King.
A.
No jokes this week, Mark.
A. Brains not bullets. B. Books beat bullets. C. Books not bullets. D. Brains not bullets.
I don't know this one.
Oh, sorry, I read the last one wrong. Brains beat bullets.
Oh, maybe it was the last one. 'Cause you read it wrong.
Sorry. Do you want me to read them again?
Yes,
Very
please.
quickly. A. Brains not bullets. B. Books beat bullets. C. Books not bullets. D. Brains beat bullets.
It's a tough one because she doesn't like violence, so she wouldn't. I don't think she'd use the word beat. And she does like books, but she's also very smart. Her most famous quote is about a book. So I'm going to say books, not bullets.
Well, sorry.
What was that?
He doesn't have the
It was
brain
like it
for
was a mirror or something.
mirror. What?
Yeah, like, just give me a thumbs up, and if it was
And
in
so-
a mirror, it would have been the wrong way.
So despite...
It's my poor excuse.
Okay.
all I
So
got.
far, you've got 3 out of 3. Into which district of Pakistan was Malala born? A. The Swat district of northwest Pakistan. B. The Swabi district of northwest Pakistan. C. The Swab district of northwest Pakistan. D. The Swibby district of northwest Pakistan.
Now, I know her parents were born in the mountains and then they moved to Swat Valley, but I don't know if she was born there, but that's the only one that I know, so I'm going to say Swat Valley.
Yeah.
He's with it.
Come on, and I'm getting the next song ready.
And finally, last question.
5 out of 5.
Malala is fluent in 3 languages common to Pakistan. These are A. Kurdish, English and Arabic.
I thought
B.
English wasn't going to be one of them.
B. Persian, English and Pashto. C. Urdu, English and Kurdish. Or D. Pashto, English and Urdu.
I thought you were going to ask me her brother's names. I did look at this. I don't think I studied it enough to remember it. So can you please read them again?
A. Kurdish, English and Arabic. B. Persian, English and Pashto. C. Urdu, English and Kurdish. Or D. Pashto, English and Urdu.
I think it's... no, I don't know. But I'm going to say B. Oh, it was so close.
So close. It was actually Pashto, English and Urdu.
Okay, well, I'll never forget that. And we will never forget Mark looking at the mirror, apparently, and playing the wrong sound effect.
Never.
Who wants to play a questionnaire?
So you've got 4 to beat, Anita. And what's your topic again?
Crimson Peak.
Now, if you don't know, because you gave a description of my topic, I'll give it a description of yours. Just off the top of my head, though. Tom Hiddleston's in a movie. It's scary. Mia from Alice in Wonderland was there, and Guillermo directed it.
Yeah, that sounds good.
There's a recurrent themes with you guys tonight, whereas you didn't want to say Malala's last name. You don't want to say Mia's last name.
Yeah, I've got it here, actually.
Oh, well, give it a whack.
All right, number 1. Before Mia was a Walkie and Tom Higgledy-Piggledy stepped into the main roles, who was set to play the 2 leads? Is it A, Emma Watson and Colin Firth? B, Emily Blunt and Mark Ruffalo? C, Emma Stone and Mark's favourite actor Benedict Cumberbatch? Or D, the most interesting Olsen and the least interesting Hemsworth?
I know it was Cumberbatch and Emma.
Yeah, well, I regret telling you to read the Wikipedia page because it was so small.
I actually knew that one beforehand.
Where's the sound effect, Mark?
You've talking. You done?
Play it now because we need it. This time it actually suits it. See what I mean?
There was just some mad eye contact going on then.
Number 2. What was the film titled during production? Is it A, Haunted Pink? Sorry. It's red, getting confused. Yep. Is it A, Haunted Peak? B, The Scarlet Betrayal? C, The Crimson Horror? Or D, Pacific Rim 2, redder, bigger, and hopefully better?
I want it to be D so bad. I think... Well, hang on, what was A?
A was Haunted Peak, not pink. Peak, like a mountain.
And what was C?
C was The Crimson Horror.
I think it was A.
Lock it in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes!
There was an obvious clue there. If you were going to look at Mark during that question, C is a Doctor Who episode.
Oh.
One of the worst.
Well, there you go.
Number 3. How was Jessica Chastain cast in the movie? Is it A, Guillermo was at a screening of Interstellar and was so impressed by her performance that he asked her to work with her before the film even was over? Is it B, Guillermo gave a copy of the script to Chastain while they were filming Mama and she asked to play the role? Is it C, Guillermo and producer Thomas Tull had a bet to see who could finish the game Arkham Knight first, and whoever won could choose their favourite actors for the role, and Guillermo won? Was it D, Jessica Chastain is the only ghost that will still answer Guillermo's calls? Spoilers. Is it? I don't know. I just guessed.
No.
Okay. So we've got script. She got the script and she chose it. Or we've got Interstellar, or we've got...
Yeah, let's go with Interstellar.
Lock it in?
Yeah.
That was a bit sideways. That's a down?
That was down.
That's just my hand directions in the studio.
Okay, because it was about lukewarm, and I don't have a sound for that. Just a.
Okay, well, it was close. It was actually when they were filming Mama. She read the script and said, "Can I have this role?" And he said yes.
Did Mr. Del Toro direct it?
He produced it.
Yeah.
I noticed that you won't say his first name.
Yeah. Gobbledygook.
Oh,
Number 4. Who wrote the novelisation of the film? Is it A, Nancy Holder, B, Cameron Doakey, C, Alice Henderson, or D, no one knows?
ooh, Nancy Holder.
You only know that one because you read Wikipedia.
Yes.
Because who even is Nancy Holder? Well, I'll tell you. She wrote a lot of the Buffy things.
Yes.
So all those other people were Buffy people.
Yes.
So you did know her.
Yes.
Number 5. Whose cover of Nick Cave's Red Right Hand is featured in the film? Is it A, PJ Harvey, B, Vixie and Tony, C, Giant Sand, or D, Elmo?
Elmo. No, it was PJ Harvey.
So, I'm pretty sure you got 4.
Oh no.
Right.
Tiebreaker.
All right. I will assemble a tiebreaker between Malala and the Crimson Horror.
No, have a go at his stuffing his name up as well.
What? Cumberbatch.
Guillermo.
Tiebreaker question, right? Now, Malala was also... now, there's no link between Malala and Crimson Peak.
What about her cameo at the end? She was the ghost.
Yeah. Spoilers. No. So, Malala also has a movie about her, right? So, that's my strenuous link, basically.
Budget or box office?
Box office, worldwide, between 50 and 100 million all up. Both movies combined.
Yep.
So between 50 and 100, how much have both made?
Can I guess first, or do you?
Yeah,
want to
guess.
I think Crimson Peak made 78 and Malala made 2.8. So I'm just going to say 80 just to be conservative.
Nita? That's the general ballpark.
I think Crimson Peak made about 80 and Malala made 3, so 83.
So you just said the exact same numbers I said, pretty much.
Well,
just say 83 then, because they're the two
83.
numbers you said. Don't listen to me. I'm trying to make you lose. Well, what's the answer, Mark?
I'm just making sure we've committed.
Yeah,
We're
83.
into it. 80 versus 83. Dan.
Fell into my trap. I'm your competitor. Don't listen to me.
No. Well, I knew that Crimson Peak had made around the 80 mark, and I had no idea about Malala, so I went with you.
I'm positive it's 2.8.
It was 2.8. And what was the other one? Crimson Peak made 72.
Oh, there you go.
So it was 75. It was smack bang in the middle.
Like the show? Like the Facebook page. Facebook.com/NeatDanMark.
All the entertainment news from Hollywood to home, it's Goss.
So I think you're expecting me to gush about the lavish wedding celebrations between Sofia Vergara and Joe Manganiello.
That does sound like you.
But I'm too jealous of their combined beauty, and I feel like it's been overcovered by other Goss programs, so I won't. Instead, with the holiday season nearing ever closer, I am going to tell you boys a little story about Adam Sandler. Now, back in the day, Adam Sandler changed the holiday song game with the Hanukkah song. This ode to the Jewish holiday had a few different renditions as time went on, but time's passed and he sort of let it go. However, he's just done a show over in the States and he's rehashed it, and he's sort of included some new pop culture references, because that's what he was known for in doing these songs.
Okay.
In doing so this time, he's made a few shout-outs to Hollywood names like Jake Gyllenhaal and Adam Levine and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, not to mention his buddy, another comedian who was super proud of being Jewish, Seth Rogen. What I found hilarious, though, is he also managed to find time to slip in links to Harry Potter, Elsa and Olaf from Frozen, and I'm assuming he means Idina Menzel and Josh Gad, as they are Jewish, but the characters are not. His reference to Harry Potter kind of threw me.
Is JK Jewish?
No.
Okay, let's just go through the list.
No, the whole thing's a giant Christian metaphor.
Exactly. So this is what I think he was trying to do.
Have
I think
you read Harry Potter?
I think
she's not a Christian, right?
Yeah, she is. We'll get back to this. Anita.
So I think he was trying to be clever and it just kind of fell. I watched the entire YouTube clip twice because I had to make sure I was getting this right. And it did kind of make me laugh, more out of reminiscence for the pop culture of my past than anything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure lots of other people in their 30s feel the same way. However, he does make a somewhat tasteless little quip about ex-Subway rep Jared Fogle. Made like it just that was met with like nothing but boos from the audience, and of course he makes this funny little quip which kind of curses the man and ties it all together, and it's kind of funny, kind of cool, and it's cool to see that despite the fact that he's aging and what have you, he's still clinging to that youth.
But I was not expecting you to say good things about this when you said it's going to be Adam Sandler.
I know.
He's so weird because obviously Pixels was a massive failure, but he did a parody song with Andy Samberg.
Yeah,
that was funny.
That's because Andy Samberg.
Andy Samberg, yeah.
True. And then he's doing The Ridiculous Six for Netflix, and that looks awful. And then he's done this, and it was
So,
medium.
I think the only reason I enjoyed it as much as I did is because it did hark back to like my very late teens, and it made me kind of reminiscent of that. But it's really funny to see, like, to watch him doing this show and him looking a lot older. It makes me feel a lot older than he was when he was a lot, younger and first revealing the first Hanukkah song. But his fans still eat it up. They still go nuts for it, and they're singing along, and it really made me smile. So I thought I'd share that for my goss.
Meet Dan and Mark on Logan City's 101 FM.
Would you like to swing on a star? Carry moonbeams home in a jar? Or would you rather be a mule?
First question, would you rather find out that you're adopted or that you're 5 years older than you previously thought?
Adopted.
So easy, that one, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, when you think about it, but 51% of people chose 5 years older.
But then, like...
They're all teenagers.
Yeah.
Wait till you get to the real world, kiddies.
Why did you keep me in high school for that long? Just say that.
No, yeah, the way I see it, I mean, if you're adopted, you still love your parents that brought you up anyway.
Exactly. It doesn't change anything about your life.
Yeah, you just get another set of parents. If they're bad, just go to the next would you rather question. Would you rather always walk backwards or never be able to sit down?
Always walk backwards.
Always walk backwards.
Most people chose that. Although I'd probably choose the second one because I could still lie down. But 80% of people chose always walk backwards. Would you rather never be able to wear shoes or use the bathroom? Silence. They're obviously hard when there's a silence. Or you just don't want to say the wrong thing.
I think never be able to wear shoes because I'm assuming you still have your bodily functions.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'd prefer to do that in private.
Okay. Interesting. Mark?
Yeah.
I reckon I could handle it. I mean, I kind of...
Move along.
76% of people said the first one, wear shoes. Would you rather have green body hair or 2 extra fingers?
Green body hair. Great pickup line.
Actually, I have green hair on my head right now because I dyed my hair rainbow. So
I mean, the head is part of your body.
Yes,
but
it is.
It's not body hair.
Yeah.
Why is it a great pickup line? I think that's kind of disgusting.
No, it's like something unique, something to make you stand out from the crowd.
Okay, I just choose 2 extra fingers because you can just get them removed by doctors anyway. If they don't work, if they do work, then that's
IPL
a win-win.
for your hair removal.
Yeah, but that hurts, doesn't it?
Meh.
Well, 53% of people chose green body hair. And finally, would you rather never be able to use cushioned surfaces again, like beds, couches, pillows, or never be able to read or write?
You're really high on discomfort this week.
I think right now I'm going to say never be able to read or write because I'm living an existence like that as it stands. So I prefer my sleep over my reading.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
this is the
you
life
can
of
still
someone
sleep
with a
on the
toddler.
floor.
No, that's not comfortable.
Sleeping on the floor is good for your back.
I don't care. I'm not comfortable.
What did you choose?
Oh, not the cushion thing. What was the other thing?
Never be able to read or write.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah is his answer.
I guess the cushion thing, but that's because I value intelligence.
Most people do, according to this website. 76% of people chose never use cushion surfaces again.
Like the show? Like the Facebook page. Facebook.com/NeatDanMark.
101 FM National News, sponsored by Step Into Training Services, Logan Central.
Look, there's not a lot going on outside of DC and Marvel this week. I know we spend a lot of time talking about DC and Marvel, but honestly, it's just those guys this week. Michael Fassbender and Naomi Rapace have booked a hotel in Sydney. They're going to come down. Naomi Rapace was that German chick from Prometheus.
Okay, so that's not DC or Marvel?
No, that's my only piece. The Alien prequel, sequel in Sydney kind of scouted some locations. Well, that's kind of like a throwaway story. Legends of Tomorrow. Have you seen the trailer? Anybody?
No, I don't even know if I've heard of this. Am I getting confused with the George Clooney movie?
Yes.
Tomorrowland?
Yes, you are. You're just saying that because CinemaSin tore it to shreds.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So, Legends of Tomorrow, basically, The Flash and Arrow are very, very successful. And through that, they have a lot of supporting characters. So, like, the Atom is a superhero from the comics, and he did a season on Arrow. And you don't really want him to hang around for 5 seasons, because then it's like the Arrow and the Atom, and it's a bit silly. So what they're doing now is they've got so many really three-dimensional, cool sidekicks, basically.
Yeah.
And they've picked 8 of them, and they've put them on a show, and they're doing a time travel show with Rory from Doctor Who.
Ah, yes.
Looks so cool. So cool. Anyway, so Season 1 premieres January 11. Season 2, Constantine was cancelled.
Yes.
Constantine just did a guest spot on Arrow, made friends. The episode aired, it got really positive reviews, everything's looking good, and what they're saying is not only is Constantine going to be in Season 2, but it's going to be like a whole different cast.
Wow, that's weird, because Constantine had a very different feel to most of these DC shows.
Yeah, it was really supernatural, for want of a better word.
Very dark as well. Okay, well, it sounds interesting, though.
There's that. And then, this one's way easier to explain. In May, Sweeps Week?
Win prizes?
Sweeps Week is a big ratings week, and it's like everyone looks at it for really intense help,
I get what you're saying. It's the big year for television in America. Big week.
Yeah. And so they're going to do a Flash and Supergirl crossover because Supergirl's not rating well. I don't watch Supergirl. I'm not a fan.
I would put that down to poor casting.
Poor writing, poor directing. I put it down to poor everything.
I can't. I just have no words to sum up exactly how much I dislike the Supergirl idea.
Doctor Strange on the Marvel side of things has begun filming. Benedict Cumberbatch is in the lead role. Chiwetel Ejiofor is the villain. Tilda Swinton will be his mentor, and Rachel McAdams is the love interest. We knew all of these separately, but we got a little press release and some photos, and just they basically did a bit of housekeeping on that one.
That is such an amazing cast. I don't see how that could go wrong.
I liked it before they cast Cumberbatch.
But everyone else, you have to agree, pretty amazing actors.
Yeah. And Civil War trailer dropped 30 days early. We were told it would be attached to the Star Wars movie, and it has dropped 30 days early. It's a confrontation between Iron Man and Captain America, or their sidekicks, and it's basically a big punch-up between superheroes. Looks really cool.
I reckon they're still going to definitely attach it to Star Wars. They're just trying to get as many views as they can.
I think they might do, because there's a lot of things missing. There's no Ant-Man or Spider-Man in this one. So I think you'll get something like that attached to Star Wars, like the second trailer.
Yeah, I reckon they probably won't show Spider-Man, but there'll be a little hint to get you excited.
Yeah. I'm excited just talking about it. I'd bloody love it. What
if Ant-Man is in the trailer? He's just so small we didn't even notice him. I really hope that's true.
He probably will be.
I want that to happen now, or I'm going to be disappointed with this movie.
Meet Dan and Mark on Logan City's 101 FM.
Things. Number 1, there's nothing you can do if saying please don't cry will make them cry. This is just a funny tweet that I saw during the week. And don't worry, it's not some of the ones I follow. This is a tweet that got over 34,000 retweets and 55,000 likes by a fairly unknown guy. I mean, he's written a book, but that's about it. So this is
Dr.
what...
Carl?
Oh, come on. Fairly unknown. This is what he tweeted. He said, my wife cries at absolutely anything. I mean anything. So I started writing down the reasons, because reasons. And I just thought it was so cute and so funny, I need to read this out. So we've got reasons my wife is crying. She found out that swans can be gay and thought that it was really nice. Number 2.
What? No, I don't like that one.
Aww,
Don't interrupt to the list.
I'm just...
Actually, I welled up a little at that when I read
Oh,
it.
God.
Don't interrupt the list.
Where'd we start this show? Cup of concrete.
Don't interrupt the list. I'm going to keep saying it. This is a list that needs to be read
As
entirely.
a list.
Okay. Would you like to start from the
I'm
beginning?
going to start again. Reasons my wife is crying. She found out that swans can be gay and thought that it was really nice. Number 2. She was hungover and saw a picture of a piglet. Number 3. I waited until it was dark and pretended to be the Babadook. Number 4. The fluffy bunny escaped from an Arctic in a documentary. An Arctic fox. Number 5. There was no biscuits in the house. Number 6. She remembered that swans can be gay. Number 7. I tried to hold her hand when she wasn't expecting it. Number 8. I cooked her dinner after a long day. And number 9. She watched a video about a dog. So you see why you don't interrupt the list? Because there's callbacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Sorry.
I'm going to start again.
No.
Number 2, don't toy with the toys, just make them for kids, and that's all you need to do. So there are a lot of awkward toys that are made out there, too awkward to mention, but there are also some that are just straight up bad ideas. And I thought some of these are fun to talk about. So we've got the atomic energy set, which was brought out around the 1930s and 40s and had real radioactive materials. Yes,
Okay.
shaking heads is right. Not for radio, but it is right. We've got the pole dance doll.
Nope.
Yes,
Not
mouthing
touching it.
words that you can't say on air is right, but thank you for not saying them on air. We've got jarts, which are just lawn darts. So they're darts you throw into your grass.
No. That's stupid. The other ones were inappropriate. That's just stupid.
This one just has a great name. Shave the baby.
I like larts. Were they larts?
Jarts.
Jarts. Where do you get the J from?
Junior darts.
You made that up.
I did. But what about Shave the Baby, Mark?
I don't even like real dolls. Like,
why are you still talking about the darts?
No, dolls.
Oh, okay.
Dolls. Because I'm imagining, like, you've obviously got something to shave, and it's like, I shouldn't have elaborated. I regret this.
In even, I don't know if even worse, but a pretty bad idea for a doll as well. Baby's first baby. A baby doll that gives birth to another baby.
Again, no.
Talking about bad impressions, were we? I don't know. But this one is a bad impression. McDonald's drive-through centre for kids. So you can play shop, but you can also play drive-through. No. Maybe play... Actually, help
Who
them
green
play
lights this stuff?
McDonald's. People that want money, that don't know what they're doing.
Just silly.
Also, for the kids with the lowest aspirations in life, the toy cleaning set.
Aww.
Just to interrupt you there, my son is addicted at the moment to anything involving cleaning. He is 2 and he loves the vacuum cleaner, he loves the mop, he loves the broom. So we bought him his own little miniature set because he keeps stealing ours. And we thought that maybe he might start his own cleaning empire, like a hire a hubby or a Jim's cleaning or that sort of thing. And he might be the CEO one day of a franchise. It doesn't mean that he's got no aspirations.
Oh, you just you upset Mama Bear. Oh my God.
All right,
that's odd. I mean, it's great. He'd be a great roommate. I couldn't live with him.
He's addicted to playing with the vacuum cleaner the most, actually, which is great because I like to turn on the real vacuum cleaner and let him have at it.
How's he feel about dishes? Because I hate dishes.
We haven't advanced that far yet. He's not quite tall enough to see into the sink.
Get him a stepladder.
Well, I don't think there's any chance you're going to be able to disagree with me on this next one because we've got the toy taser. Now, see, the thing is, it does actually give you a little bit of a shock, which is Bad
This is
idea,
great.
no matter what way you look at it. But we already have toy guns, which is really a terrible idea if you think about it. So toy taser is just kind of like a step down. Unlike this next one, which is just, I don't see how anyone ever could have thought this was a good idea, and I don't see how it got through all the people that came up with the idea, the people that have advertised it, the people who have to make it. It is the inflatable baby boat for the pool. Babies in the pool by themselves.
Baby boat.
By
Oh no!
themselves.
Oh no! Sorry, it took a little bit for the penny to drop. No. What's his name? Laurie Lawrence.
Yes. He would not be up for that.
No.
And my favourite one, which there is a YouTuber that uses this as a prop, and I actually thought she made it up as a joke. This is a real thing from the 1920s, and it has one of the best names ever. It's called the daddy saddle, and you strap it to your daddy and ride your daddy like a horse.
No.
And I just think that's so creepy and so weird, but still very funny.
You picked the weirdest two topics to start with.
Well, have a cry about it, Mark.
Very strange things. That's not... I don't have any songs with the word cry in it.
No, that's the crying list. I'll add it to my list of your cries. Mark has cried about.
Oh my god. Oh. The first ever Arias song of the year, You're the Voice, which is pretty fitting, really, because, epic ballad.
Yeah, and everyone is the voice on the Arias. Back into 5 things?
Just got so meta. 5 things part 2.
Number 3, in 2012, rumours circulated on the internet in Iran that Pepsi was planning to shine the image of their logo on the moon.
Yeah.
Thousands of Iranians climbed onto their roof to stare at the moon, and when nothing happened, some people bought Coke in spite.
Although, that's great marketing for Pepsi.
Yeah.
Because we've been in their thoughts all day, and they probably still talk about it. Hey, remember when we climbed up on that roof? That was dumb.
Didn't even shine it on the moon.
That was bloody Pepsi.
Batman's better. He would have done it.
Yeah.
Number 4, I think if you don't win this competition, it's probably a good thing. So, we've all heard about beauty pageants. We've all heard about the ugliest dog pageants.
Worst competition in the world. Every dog is beautiful.
All right. What about every person? Is every person beautiful?
Probably not a Kardashian. I was behind these two. Right, I had to catch public transport today, and I was behind these two ladies. Excuse me for going a little off topic. And I don't know how to phrase this, but I don't pay a lot of attention to Kardashians because they're very silly. But this woman literally idolized Kylie Jenner and wanted to get a lip injection. And I was like, what's wrong with you? To be like Kylie Jenner. I don't know. That just really agitated me. But tell me about your pageant.
Well, that has nothing to do with my pageant, but thanks for the story. This is the pageant called Mr. Ugly, and it's a competition in Zimbabwe. It's been running for 4 years, and there is a lot of controversy this year because the guy that won is not ugly enough. And I love that. It's like you just won a competition for being ugly, so that's not a good thing. Why are you disputing this and wanting to win yourself?
Why are you entering it to begin with?
I would say the money.
Oh, there's money.
No,
million?
The website doesn't mention how much money there is, so I'd say it's not that much. But the reasoning behind this was everyone said because he had ugly teeth, he didn't have that many teeth, and when he smiled, it made him a lot uglier. And the other people were saying that's not fair. I'm naturally ugly. He is not. He is ugly only when he opens his mouth. And this is the previous winner from last year. Bit upset. Number 5, if you want me to tell you about the cutest little creep of an animal, just say aye.
Aye.
Thank you. I will tell you.
Thank you.
So you remember I was talking about the aye last week and this week. Bit of a build-up for an amazing story.
Amazing!
It's going to be amazing. All right, so an aye is a lemur. And lemurs pretty much 100% come from Madagascar. But this lemur is special because it is one of those animals that looks very cute sometimes, but then other times it looks extremely creepy and weird. So they're the largest nocturnal primate in the world, although they only really get up to about 2 kilos and are about 61 centimetres tail length, 43 centimetres in body length. The most interesting thing about the though, is it has a specialised middle finger that is Why are you laughing? Every time I tell stuff about interesting animals, Mark laughs at it. Naked mole rat last week, this week. Come on.
Naked mole rat was just a bad life choice in general. I'm listening to your with bated breath, but when you tell me that this animal has been genetically crafted to give you the finger, it does make me laugh.
Right. Well, it has. Its middle finger is not for that, but I suppose if you want, you can use it for that.
I don't know.
Pray to be an in your next life, Mark.
You're the one telling the story.
What it actually uses it for is it taps on the trees and hears if something's hollow or not, and then to get its larva, it gets beetle larvae and food out of the trees, a bit like a woodpecker. And then it makes a hole and inserts its extremely long finger in to reach the food. Now, you're smiling at me like this is funny again. Why is this funny again?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So, unfortunately, they're quite endangered because they do look quite creepy sometimes. And because of this, of course, we've got the deforestation and destruction of their habitat, but there's also this sort of mystical beliefs behind the that it's kind of the symbol for death. And the natives actually will kill an on sight because they're such a bad omen. It is believed that they will predict that you're going to die next, and especially if they point their middle finger at you, you're the next one to die. Now, don't laugh at that, Mark, because we're talking about sad things now. I know there's a long middle finger, but anyway. No one knows their lifespan in the wild, but they live to about 30 years in captivity. So just to end on a happy thing, that's pretty far life for an animal, I think.
Yeah.
Like the show? Like the Facebook page, facebook.com/NeatDanMark.
So that's us for another week. I'd say farewell, but as I think we pointed out, one of the shows, it's not really farewell. We're available all the time.
Yeah, it's a 24-hour availability.
Yeah. My phone number is 0410.
No, any more digits, it'll lead to some stranger. Good old Valda will get too many text messages.
Poor Valda.
Yeah. My mind kind of wandered off to this mental image of a very confused Valda.
You can totally hear, like, Mark in his head going, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, because, and it's some archaic Nokia flip, right?
Hello? No, there is no Daniel.
She just goes to her daughter, what does this mean? Who's this?
Fix it.
No. If you're listening, Valda, we love you.
When you visit your grandparents, they ask you to fix things, surely.
Yes, but that's a talk topic for another week. If you want to hear one of those, listen to the podcast next week. We'll see you.